Hello! I know this video isn't quite like the last video I made, but I do think that it has at least a little bit to do with my anxiety and things that are certainly causing my anxiety. So I've taken walks around my neighborhood quite a bit. There's a really busy street right behind my house that I used to take walks around pretty often. I actually used to like to walk around there when I was a teenager and take MySpace pictures. So I would be walking around literally like on this busy street. I would get catcalled occasionally. You know, people would honk while I was walking, or people would pull over and ask if I needed a ride. You know, men would pull over and ask if I needed a ride. I remember one time actually a guy on a bike stopped and asked me if I needed a ride on his bike, his bicycle. And back then I feel like I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't see it as a threat or anything like that. Today I decided that I would be a little bit more active and take a walk because I haven't been too active lately, and I wanted to change that. So I went on a walk about 11:30 today, this morning, and I like to listen to my podcasts, and it's not a long walk. It's a 20-minute half mile just around the block in my neighborhood. So I'm on this busier street in my neighborhood, and I'm about halfway down the street when I see this car pull over about 10 or 20 feet in front of me. And I'm always aware of when things are happening around me. Anytime a car passes me from behind, I see it in my peripherals. I'm always looking around. I look at the houses, if there's people outside, I look at the people. I'm very careful when I'm walking around. So this car pulls over in front of me, and I'm already looking at it, but I notice that it's not parked in front of a house. There's no house where it parked. There's a retention basin for water to fill up when it rains. So that's weird. I try and look in the car as much as I can before I get to it in the passenger seat to see if anyone is there. There's nobody there. And then as I'm walking past the car, I've already taken my earbud out the second I saw it pull over. And as I'm walking by, I pay attention to the driver's side door just to see if it's gonna open. I just kind of keep my peripheral on the driver's side door just to make sure it doesn't open. And then as I pass, I keep it in my peripheral. I kind of look back, not a lot, just a little bit, not to be too obvious, but I'm keeping my eye on that car. It stays there, and I get to the end of the block. And at the end of the block, I turn into the neighborhood again. So as I'm turning into the neighborhood, I'm still keeping my eye on this car. And once it sees me turn in, it pulls away from the sidewalk. So I just continue walking, and I'm keeping my eye on the street coming down. I see the car turn down my street that I'm walking on. So I pull my earbuds out, and he sort of pulls up next to me, and he kind of creeps along in his car. And he leans over the passenger seat, and he says, "How are you doing? How are you?" And I'm just straight ahead, paying no attention to him. I pull my phone out, and I start to dial 911 on the keypad, just holding it there just in case anything happens. If he stops the car, if he gets out, I'm gonna dial it. But I'm just straight ahead, not looking at him, not even looking at the car. It's all in my peripherals. So I don't see him, and I don't see the car super well. I know it was a black car, but I just keep walking. He says, "How are you? I think I know you from social media." He's trying to pick me up, I guess. I don't know how, in what world that would work, but I had sunglasses on. He couldn't really see my eyes or anything. And eventually he backs up a little bit, pulls into the driveway, and then backs back, pulls out to leave the neighborhood in the other direction. So he leaves. So I keep walking. I still have 911 on the keypad. and I'm angry. I'm so angry that I was fearing for my life. I thought, okay, what can happen here? He can get out of the car and he could kidnap me or do something horrible to me. I'm a small girl. Most people could probably take me on. I'm not strong, I'm very small. If he'd gotten out of his car and he wanted to, he could have done something bad to me. All I could do was run, really. And dial 911, I guess. So, I'm angry. I'm angry that I have to feel that way walking in my own neighborhood. I should feel safe walking out my front door every day, but I don't. Every day I walk out that front door, I wonder what could possibly happen to me. I'm angry that somebody could make me feel that way. And women have to go through this every single day of their lives. We all have our tactics, whether it's the keys in between the fingertips, or some people walk around with pepper spray and things like that. It's an everyday thing for us, and most men don't really understand it. They don't have to worry about things like that. I won't even go to the gas station at night, when most men, I don't think, even need to think twice about it. So I continue to walk, and my heart is pumping, and I'm scared, and I just want to get home, and I'm worried that he's gonna come back down the street. It was a longer street. I'm sure he knew I would still be there. I kept looking around. I was very clearly scared, and I was scared and I was angry. And I don't really know what we can do to change this. I don't really know that there is anything. I saw this tweet a few weeks ago. I'll put it up on the screen right now. And it really made me think. When I saw it, I really liked this tweet. And I thought, oh, the next time that I get catcalled, I'm gonna do that. But when this was happening to me this morning, that never even occurred to me. And I don't know if I wish that I had done this, or wish I had done something else, like take a picture of him, or, take a picture of his car or his license plate, or take a video of him. I don't know if I could have ever worked up the courage to do something like that. I don't even know if that would have been a smart thing to do, We're almost taught in these situations to not be an aggressor, to not piss someone off, essentially, and that's basically what I did. I just ignored him, like he didn't even exist. But it's unfathomable to me that people think that it's okay to do things like this. I'm not really sure what he thought he was going to get out of this situation. Did he think that I was going to get into his car and go on a date with him or something? I'm not sure. I don't think that that's quite the pickup line you're looking for. I don't know. Do people think it's funny? Because I don't really think that making somebody fear for their life is really all that funny. I was really angry. I'm still really angry about it. But I have decided that if I'm going to take a walk again, that I'm going to take this guy with me. And if this ever happens to me again, they will know that I'm not going down without a fight, at least. So, from now on, no walks without this thing. That's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, if you have any kind of stories you want to share below, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And thanks again for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.